this morning, I don't know how many of you realize it, but Miss Universe is in the air again. Miss Universe T&T actually is going to be staged this weekend at the Banquet and Conference Centre at the Cascadia Hotel. 13 lovely ladies are going to be vying for the crown and the chance to represent sweet T&T on the international stage. Now, the new franchise holder is Jenny Douglas, and I'd like to welcome her this morning to Good Morning Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to you.
Hi, good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. I'm sure many people didn't even realize that this competition was going to be taking place this weekend.
Well, you know what's interesting? I got the franchise and I only got it recently. So I realized that when I came into the island, I had to do the hustle. And as you know, as well as I know, Trinidad and Tobago, we have the most beautiful women in the world. I'm sorry to say that, you know. Gorgeous. So I was really, really excited when I heard they awarded me the franchise. And so I came on the island, and, you know, the cultures here are a little different. And, you know, outside, pageants are really a big thing. Girls are pageant ready. They come and they're ready to compete. And if you know anything about Miss Venezuela or the South American girls, they're very tight. From the age of 5, they're being groomed very early in the game. American women are groomed, you know, they enter like from the age of 5, they have children pageants, then they go to teen pageants, then they go to the nationals, and then they go to the state level, and then they go to the Miss America, and then the Universe. So these girls come in and they're all rounded. And I found that when I came here on the island, you know, the girls need training.
Yeah. Which is why I want to ask, what made you decide to take this on as a franchise holder? Because our culture here is a little bit different. We've got beautiful women in Trinidad and Tobago.
That's true.
It's natural beauty. You don't have to groom us. There are certain things that you need to groom, yes, for competitions, for pageants and things like that. So it will be a little bit more work. So what made you take on this franchise or want to take on the franchise?
I have to say I'm a proud Trini, even though I didn't grow up here. I'm 100% a Trini.
So where did you grow up?
I grew up in Toronto, and I went to school out there. And then after Toronto, my parents migrated. They came back here. And I went to St. Augustine Girls for 3 years. And then I went back out, and I went Pace University, and I lived in the United States for quite a while. So I've had the benefit of living in both countries, outside a little longer. And I think, you know, don't care where you go, you know, your roots will always be here. You know, and I get teased when I come here. They call me Yankee, they call me this, they call me that, you know. But, you know, I'm a byproduct of environment. I spent more years growing up outside. So I do understand it is an American show. And the Trinidad girls are going to be competing in an American pageant, where they have certain standards in place. And so, you know, I want my people to win, because at the end of the day, I am a Trinidadian, and I want my people, it's really important to win. And so I am happy to come here and give them all the training they need.
So tell me some of the challenges that you encountered with our beautiful ladies.
I think confidence, because some of the girls, they're very, very beautiful, and some of them lack confidence. And, you know, if you look at Miss Venezuela, they come out, oh, Miss Venezuela, and they come out and they're bold. And, you know, so I want my girls, I want our girls to be, you know, have the same confidence level of like Venezuela. Of, if you look at, not just Venezuela, like you look at these countries they call all the time, like the Latin countries. Yeah. These girls are very bold, and Colombia. Yeah, they call them Miss Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Puerto Rico.
Right. So, and also too, like outside, these girls go to modeling schools, so they learn the business. You have to learn the business, so you have to be able to articulate very well, because Miss Universe uses their platform where women can use it to make change in the community and the world at large, right? And so there's a lot of issues surrounding women. And what makes Miss Universe really, really amazing, that they have a huge media powerhouses backing them. So, you know, they believe in the power of one, like we had Martin Luther King, power of one. We have Rosa Parks, power of one. You know, we have Gandhi, power of one. So they're looking for that one girl that can make a difference. And so that's why I'm here to train and develop and make sure that if they have a passion and a dream and they want to change something, this is the platform for them. And as you know, we have Penny.
Oh.
Lovely Penny.
Yes, we do.
I love her.
Now, the competition takes place this weekend at the Banquet and Conference Centre at Cascadia Hotel. Right. How did you go about trying to get these 13 young ladies, or to choose these 13 young ladies for this competition? Because one of them will be going up for Miss Universe.
My selection in choosing girls is very simple. They have to love their country, first and foremost. And, you know, it's amazing. People have asked me this time and time again, like, what do you look for? You know, obviously being attractive matters, but what really Miss Universe is looking for is the inner beauty that resonates, the outer beauty. So when I was, you know, like interviewing girls, a lot of them wooed me with their inner beauty. So, you know, so one of the things in selecting girls would be love of the country, of course. And as you can see, the girls they're playing steel pan, which is really love of the country. You can't represent Trinidad and not understand the culture. Yeah. So this is a big part of our culture, you know, because there's a cultural segment, which, you know, which the girls have to participate in. We're promoting our country. We love our country. And I love steel pan, and that's part of my heritage. So I think it's really important to have the girls all well-rounded.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 13 young ladies are going to be competing on, when is it, Saturday or Sunday?
No, it's actually this Friday at the Cascadia Hotel. Okay. And it starts at 7 p.m. We're going to have some guest performers. We have some celebrity judges coming in. We have a guy that owns a television network. His name is Chase Lenfest, and he's a philanthropist. And he owns the New York, I think the Post and a couple newspapers outside. And he's excited to come here and judge. And I also invited Jeremy Fosterfell. He had an agency on Fifth Avenue. So he knows what the Americans are looking for. And, you know, we also have Frederick Morton. He's also a owner, I guess, of Tempo Networks. And he's excited to be here and judge as well. And you know what's also interesting, and it's a concern of mine, we haven't had a winner in 20 years, right, since Wendy. So my thing is why I chose some foreign judges, because they know what they are looking for. So I thought by bringing them in, they can add that extra touch and pick a girl that can win on the platform.
So what format is the competition itself going to take? What are the girls expected to do on the day to compete with each other for one to proceed to the Miss Universe pageant?
You know, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to play back a little bit. The girls were required to do some educational courses like public speaking, because speaking, articulating in the Miss Universe pageant is really important. Because when they ask you a question, they expect you to be able to answer it and answer it quickly and intelligently. So, so even though our girls are very smart and educated and beautiful, they have to be able to speak well. So they were kind of required under my franchise to do courses like public speaking, intro to communication skills. They also did a course on multiculturalism communication, because when they go out to Miss Universe, there's going to be 200 different girls vying. And cultures are really different. So they have to go out there and fit in comfortably and intermingle. So they also did marketing 101, and they did a lot of courses related to being an ambassador. These girls they're no longer Jane Doe, they're Miss Trinidad and Tobago. Yes. They represent our country.
And I want to thank you.
Thank you
the
so
pageant
much.
takes place this weekend. It's Friday, actually, at the Banquet and Conference Centre. That's Miss Universe T&T. One of the 13 beautiful young ladies going to be heading up to the Miss Universe pageant later on this year. I want to thank you, Jenny Douglas, new franchise holder of Miss Universe T&T, for coming and telling us all about it.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck to all of them.
Thank you so much.